Welcome, everybody, to episode 377 of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Klutch network. Click that bell for notifications and new content when I drop. New media, energy is up, health is wealth. Today is Confidence in the Klutch today on May 20th, 2018. Yeah! I dropped 20 episodes of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson, to my podcast hosts, and people got 20 episodes. I started working on the podcast in February. I took what Caitlyn and Jacoby said and went through, and Caitlyn and Jacoby was like, people ask questions all the time about how to start a podcast. And he's like, first you record one, then you record a better one, then you record a better one, then you record a better one. That's what Jacoby was saying. They was like, man, for $150, you can be doing a podcast right now. Just find something you want to do and just do it, man. It's all good. Like, you know, so it was love. And that's my favorite podcast. They the one that started it all for me and shit. You know what I mean? Because it was a podcast. It wasn't a TV show. They morphed their podcast into a TV show. They used to be on like at 2 a.m. So shout out to Caitlyn and Jacoby. That podcast is no longer with us no more. I still subscribe to that one on all my stuff. I can go back and listen to that joint whenever I want to. But yes, so because of that, I wanted to do a mixture of Caitlyn and Jacoby. That's why I got the beats, and you hear the beats in the background. They used to have the beats, then they found out they couldn't use the instrumentals in their stuff, so then they started having original music. The same with me. Like, I can get YouTube copyright infringements or whatever. I'm like, it's cool to have dope instrumentals and stuff, and it was always nice to do that. But then I started making my own beats, being a mouse dragger, just grabbing loops and putting loops together, then having my friends that create music. Shout out to Jay, friend of the show. You know what I mean? Shout out to Malik, sent me some music, you know what I'm saying? And then I started making my own. Then I bought me a machine and got to, you know what I mean, really getting into the stuff and trying to do it, and I'm still growing with that. So I want to take this time out to shout out everybody that has been a part of the network. You know what I mean? When I started out, we did Love Affair Discussions with Kels, the Power of Reverberation podcast with Clee. Yeah, I mean, just with me, I was always trying to grab other people in right away to make it fun for me. You know what I mean? It was good. Still to this day, some of my best work was when I had somebody with me, but ever since then, I've been solo dolo. So, and all the things I'm still able to do with all my television shows, and when I delve into, want to talk to somebody from the basketball community in Milwaukee, like last year I talked to Alina Cunningham, my mentor, and that was the first time pulling out the double cameras with the iPad and my Samsung phone and trying to get that popping. So, man, it's a slow roll. The grind is for real. Appreciate everybody staying down with all the TV shows, the Pink Reverberation podcast about P Valley, do that with Kels, to all my Powers, book 2, 3, 4, to the Shy, to BMF, man. Much love to everybody. Thank you. But for my day ones with this, the Confidence in the Klutch podcast with Donald Nelson, extra salute to y'all. Remember, I used to just be audio, didn't have nothing on YouTube. Now I got everything on YouTube. So I'm still working, man. So this day means a lot. So in the words of our good friend Drake, take a shot for me. So we drinking, what we having? We're drinking Macallan 12. Macallan 12-year scotch, man. Single malt. Let's do it. Eye to eye. I forgot to tap the glass to get the evil spirits out. Macallan 12. So you might see me dump into this. See this little bit though? This all just to have while we celebrating, because this is a celebration. That's a celebration, y'all. So y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all ready to jump into it, man? Let's do it, baby. Let's get this. And I got this, man. I see this every time, right? I got to do some more beats. I got so many. All right. Are we ready? Let's roll. NBA week. Insights and opinions. Reportedly, NBC outbid TNT and will take over the NBA package of games, according to the Ringer, David Zaslav. You know what I mean? According to Ringer, right? David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, TNT's parent company, has said that the network does not have to have the NBA. Fuck you mean you ain't gotta, the network ain't gotta have the NBA. That's, motherfuckers, TNT plays a whole bunch of old ass movies, right? I don't know how many new shows they got in development at TNT, right? But what you mean the network does not have to have the NBA? So this guy's clearly not an athlete. definitely not a basketball fan. So TNT is going to lose ratings due to not having an NBA. But this is a new time of where we at, right? We look at who's to blame, inflation, greed, lack of foresight. Like, come on. We look at who's to blame. It's the money. The money done doubled up. And if I don't see the reason and justification to make this investment, knowing the investment you're making, you're going to turn around and charge that to advertisers. So if you're telling me the advertisers are starting to spend less money, that we can't front this bill, I don't get it. The NBA is the fastly still growing world sport. Like, I don't know why you would say, fuck it, pay the bread. You know what I mean? Pay the bread this time, and if it ain't worth it this time, we'll be done. But they ain't splitting your package up with NBC, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't know. Inflation, of course, shit. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So people got to understand that too. So ESPN said, fuck that, we get our money, but they got ABC behind them, so they definitely can't lose it, right? Is it greed on Zaz Live? Like, yo, man, I can put this money towards other shit. We could do other things with this and make other things better. We've done this. We've done this for 4 decades. We're good. Lack of foresight, though. This is the NBA. This is the NBA show. This is the flagship out of any NBA anything. They got NBA TV, which is part of TNT and all that shit, right? But the ESPN shows and all, that's it, right? That's it. So you got ESPN's post-game and pre-game ain't like TNT's. Ain't nothing like it, dog. And you can say it's the people. It's Ernie, Kenny, Shaq, Chuck. That's just what it is. All the people that's behind the cameras do the research and data is them. So if NBC does win the package, the media package, right, and they outbid TNT, please outbid TNT for Ernie then. You know what I mean? But I mean, you asking Ernie, like, I've been here all my career to just leave for some paper? Man. But at least ask to lease Ernie for the NBA season. See, Ernie can stay. But we want to take inside the NBA over there. So if TNT can say, we don't have to have the NBA, well, you don't have to have fucking Ernie Johnson during the NBA season not doing shit either. We didn't go to NBC. So let him go to NBC during the season. And that's it. And then he come back and do all the other things at Turner. That is a win-win. And take the whole show, take the whole production, take that shit. Keep them motherfuckers out of it. Keep them in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to move them to NBC. And NBC don't fuck with something that's working if that's what happened. And if we do got to move, recreate the stage, that's it. Make it make sense, all right? As of... Shit, man. This big ass 46 millimeter watch. As of 5:37 on Monday, May 20th, 2024, the Lakers still don't have a fucking coach. They still don't have a coach. I don't know who they think they're gonna go and get, but I'm thinking they're waiting for a coach that's in the playoffs. You tell me anybody that's made the conference finals, they finna hit it? They ain't finna hit it from where they at. Anybody that was in the conference semis, what, so we can go get JB Bickerstaff? Because they talk about like he might not be straight. We go get JB Bickerstaff? Is he gonna get fired? So if we can get JB Bickerstaff with the Lakers, he better than Darvin Ham? Darvin Ham made the Western Conference Finals last year. JB Bickerstaff made the Eastern Conference semis this year. Last year they went out in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So if we was gonna fire Darvin Ham, but we finna get JB Bickerstaff out. I'm cool with it, but make it make sense, please. Cause y'all not getting the heavy hitter to come to LA, you know what I mean? Y'all ain't even saying nothing. We want to talk to niggas. I know y'all was talking about that Sam Cassell shit. And while we talking, I've been meaning to say that I appreciate teams in the playoffs now doing this picking up full court shit and giving like ghost pressure, like, okay then, all right, I can fall back. And sometimes they pressuring and bringing traps. I've been waiting We ain't doing no zone shit, but man, we gonna pick up your man, put some pressure on the ball, make him handle that shit, and they don't know spin him. And when let the motherfucker come and let's try to get some steals. That shit works. Still in the league. I appreciate that, man. A lot of teams are doing it. They letting them young boys go. All right, let's talk about it. Western Conference semifinals, man. Let's do it. Nuggets Timberwolves, man. My pick was Timberwolves in 6. Clearly, they went to 7 games. They game 5. Jokic received his MVP last week and shit. You know what I'm saying? Was exploiting Rudy inside and out. Showed everybody, all you motherfuckers, why I'm the MVP. You know what I mean? That was the first home win in the series. And 3rd in a row for the Nuggets. So I was looking at the game like, Rudy need to show during the series. Like, you can't keep getting fucked like that, dog. Show these motherfuckers why you won the award, dog. It ain't over. But you got royally fucked up. But you got to show why you won the award. But, that game was out of reach and shit. And Rudy keep on doing this shit to the rest. Motherfucker, why don't you do this to Jokic, motherfucker? You doing this shit to the rest, man. It's silly. That's soft as fuck. Stop worry about holding MVP DPOY. That's what I was saying, right? So then game 6, the T-Wolves win and shit, and biggest win in NBA playoff history and shit. The T-Wolves started the game on a 20-0 run to start the game. They were winning by 60 at one point, fam. You know what I mean? Like it was just wild, crazy. They was just everywhere, just rolling all over the motherfuckers, man. Like you couldn't make that shit up. 115 to 70, man. Crazy. So what that do? Set up game 7 last night. The T-Wolves won. Cat had 23 and 12. Jaden McDaniels had 23 and 6. Ant-Man had 16, 8 and 7. Jamal Murray had 35 and 3 assists. Jokic had 34, 19 and 17. See, here's the biggest thing. Where that NBA shit at? Here's the biggest thing from last night, B. Looking at that box score, right? With that game. Come on, B. Minnesota had more than 3 players in double figures. Denver only had 2. They only had Jokic and Murray. Then nobody else had double figures, and that was part of the fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be in a game 7. You only had 2 people in double figures. That ain't gonna work for nobody. So the T was at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in double figures. To 2 by the Nuggets. So the shit. Ta-da! T-Wolves down 15 at the half, 20 in the third quarter, 58 to 38. Then they went on a 21-3 run, right? And I'm watching the game like, dog, we dumping that shit down to Rudy like he got all the post moves. Rudy ain't got no post moves. Why we keep dumping it down to Dun-Dun? You know what I mean? Dun-Dun ain't got no post moves, but it is what it is. He was open. They was open, right? But what I realized, and Chuck said it at half. We got to sit Rudy. But I was like watching it. Rudy and Cat can't play at the same time because that forces, when Rudy catch that shit in the paint, that's forcing Cat to be all the way out there. Cat ain't rebounding. He all the way out there because we trying to isolate Rudy on, but that shit wasn't even working. So Nas Reed came in and did his job, right? Because Rudy tried. Nas came in and did his job. And when Rudy came back, they stopped giving him a fucking ball. Rudy was like, you can see Timberwolves, the number with size on his jersey, all this shit. You see all this shit. They stopped giving his ass the ball. Like, nigga, we ain't giving you the ball because you're missing too many bunnies and shit, cuz we ain't doing all that. And you ain't got the post moves to substantiate us dumping that shit to you. And you ain't got nothing. So nah, B, not gonna be able to do it. Shout out to Jalen and Jacob. But he kept on playing hard though. He didn't get in his chest. He kept on playing hard. You know what I mean? So what happened was it was a game. Game 7s go the way game 7s go. And Minnesota kept turning that shit on. Ant-Man hitting trays. They getting pull-ups. Mike Conley hitting timely trays. McDaniels hitting the tray. It was over. It was too much. Cat killing. Right? And they did what they did to do. And, Denver defeated at the end of the game. They ain't even want to come over half court. They stopped. So Minnesota don't know what's going on. So Ant-Man threw that shit to McDaniels. McDaniels like, oh, you motherfuckers ain't gonna hold me. He bounced that shit off the ground. I could try to catch that shit. And then motherfuckers got mad and shit, man. Joker coming through. Man, fuck all that, yo, man. Check this out, dog. All them unwritten punk-ass rules, we ain't on that shit. We on y'all ass, fam. Y'all should not let my man do the shit. Y'all talking about what y'all don't like us doing. Stop that shit then, man. They is balling, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Timberwolves, 38 in the first half, 60 in the second half, 28-14 in the third quarter. You know what I mean? Every win in the series, they've held the. Let me see. I believe every win in the series. I believe the Nuggets have. Yeah, they held the Nuggets under 100 points. T-Wolves did for every win in their series. Yeah, they held the Nuggets under 100 points. There you go. There you go. With Murray and Jokic having been the only Denver Nuggets to score double figures, is it safe to say that Murray was not creating for others? He was hot. So he couldn't create like that, and motherfuckers was missing them shots. But he was hot. It wasn't. I don't think it was. He was getting his shit off, couldn't create for others, because he was rolling. Denver had 5 bench points, fam. 5 bench points compared to motherfucking Timberwolves had 13. So, you know, it's little shit like that. Points in the paint, Denver won 42-34. You know what I mean? Points off turnovers, Minnesota 15-12. But it just came down to making shots at the end of the day. Making shots. And everybody participating. Like it just wasn't Ant-Man and Cat. Like it was Jokic and Murray. It was the whole team. Everybody. As I say, 6 players in double figures to 2. You do the math. Everybody was a threat. Denver didn't know where it was coming from. And them cats, if we had 6 cats in double figures, that means we had 4 cats that got in double figures over y'all cats. They was more aggressive in doing everything. It just is what it is. Now, here's what I don't like. I don't like Michael Malone and Jamal Murray post-game talking that shit. Talking about, fatigue. And we played a long season last season. And we didn't have gas in the tank. Man, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Fatigue. Y'all had the best postseason calendar. Y'all had the most rest in the postseason. Y'all let the old heads go for the youth movement, right? Y'all let the old heads go and went for the youth movement. You feel me? Uncle Jeff wasn't there. Brown wasn't there. Couldn't afford him, or y'all could have, I don't know. All right? So y'all let these young cats come in, they didn't produce. Fatigue, all that shit, you know what I mean? Played long last season. Yeah, y'all won a fucking championship. You complaining about winning the championship? Y'all niggas, y'all bogus for that, dog. I was watching that shit like, please don't say, y'all don't use that, dog. How come Minnesota couldn't just been a better team tonight? Because it was a 3-3, it was a game 7. Right? Minnesota was just a better team tonight in the second half at that. Y'all was winning by 20 in the third quarter. Y'all was winning by 20 in the third quarter. No, look at yourselves. And we imploded and we didn't finish the shit. Minnesota played better than us in the second half. Gas in the tank. Handle your business with recovery then, shit. Because if somebody gonna say something, we gonna say the Lakers made y'all lose to the T-Wolves. Oh, I forgot. The T-Wolves were built to beat the Nuggets. All right, peace. Next for the Nuggets, KCP got a player option. Go back to L.A. I don't even know why L.A. let them leave in the first place. That was some dumbass shit. We got Jokic, Murray, Porter, and Gordon all are signed through next year. Then after that, shit gonna start to disintegrate. They got one more year to make another run. If y'all want to trade some motherfuckers, get them up out of there. I don't know why. That team was good. But if the T-Wolves were built to beat the Nuggets, then the Nuggets should build themselves to beat who? The T-Wolves at certain positions then, man. That's it. I don't like the Nuggets because they're not fun to watch. Unless they hitting shots. How about this? They were more fun to watch last year than this year because they had Jeff Green and Bruce Brown. Without them two, they were less fun to watch. Next for the T-Wolves, the Dallas, we get into that. Thunder Mavericks series, game 6. I had the Mavs in 6, right? Game 5, the Mavericks won 104-92. Luka had a triple-double, 31, 10, and 11. Jones Jr. had 19. Shea had 36 and 8 for the Thunder. Jalen Williams had 12, 6, and 3. Okay, so here's the thing. Dallas is the new Lob City, right? Luka's throwing that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? When Luka ain't crying to the game, make him a better player. I think Jalen Williams and Chet Williams, in order for the Thunder to get better, Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren are gonna have to help Shai better on both ends. In Game 6, the Mavs beat the Thunder 116-115 and win the series. SGA had 36 and 8 assists. Luka had 29, 10, and 10. SGA had 21 in the first half. Thunder led by 16 at half. And in the fourth, it was a 97-92 game. Right, the Thunder's up. Kyrie hit a tray. And if you ask me, down 5 and he hit that tray, this saved the game for the Mavs. It comes down to one shot, made or miss, that can open up or close a run, right? It's one shot, the momentum shot. It could be a shot in the first quarter and then some other shit happened and then we weren't able to recover. I was in the game and we could have went up. I forget what we could have went up in the state championship game. And we missed it and we ended up losing by 1 point. Because that shit would have killed everything moving with the momentum if we make that shot in the first quarter. Some people will say they were surprised by this. Some people will say, I knew it was happening. The Mavericks have gotten better throughout these playoffs. They're playing better. And the PJ move, man, the best trade. That and Siakam, we talked about it last week. PJ Washington, Pascal Siakam, the best moves, man. PJ looked like a totally different player, man. You put him with some killers like that, man. Like, some could say, we know Luka was getting triple doubles. We know what Kyrie was doing, but PJ Washington and what he was doing, his effectiveness on both sides of the court is what won the series for the Mavericks. And I don't think anybody would complain with you or challenge you on that way of thinking. Next for the Thunder. Well, next for the Mavs, the T-Wolves. The T-Wolves won the series 3-1 with mad players that didn't play in those games. So we scrapping them. They haven't played before since the trade deadline. We scrapping all them games. Them games don't matter. It's the Western Conference Finals now. Next for the Thunder, we have baby steps, right? But Jalen Williams showed he ain't where we thought he was when it came to these pressure situations. And that defense that was put upon him made this shit hard to convert on the offensive end with the defense that the Mavericks was playing against them. But he was too inconsistent in the series. You know what I mean? But they were right there. But that's why when that shit 1, 2, 3, now how about this? What if they play Minnesota, right? And all that. And like if they were the 2 seed. What if the Nuggets were the 1 seed and played the Mavericks? We ain't got to fucking wonder what if, because that ain't what happened to Nuggets at the crib, and so was the fucking Thunder, man. You know what I mean? Next year, baby. That's all that matter. Fuck it, it's the luck of the draw. You play with in front of you, and that's it. Everybody making them what if. Hell no, they didn't make it. Eastern Conference Finals, man. Well, no, Eastern Conference semifinals. I'm bugging. Eastern Conference semifinals, man. They didn't make it. They got enough to go get a G, though. They got enough to go get a G, the Thunder do. It just depends on what G they going to get. They got to be somebody solidified that's a killer, though. I don't know if we can't go get PG again. We can't go get KD again. We can't do that. They just need to go get another veteran, a G, though, that's right here, right now, that's ready to go. That'd be all right. All right. Knicks. Pacers. Knicks won game 5, 121-91, looking good. Rolled over them boys, I mean. Brunson had another 40-point game. But we all know the Knicks, they were up 3-2. We know if they got to win this shit, they got to win on the road. Fuck all that waiting to game 7 coming to the crib. It might not be the best thing to come to the crib because that team going to win that game 6 and they're going to be hot, yo. They got to win on the road. Game 6, what happened? They go to Indiana. Pacers win 116-103. We all know when Josh Hart got hurt, that was it for the Knicks in Indiana. In Game 7, Pacers win 130-109. The Pacers led 70-55 at half, shooting 76%. 76%. 76%. What the Pacers shoot for the game, baby? Let me see. Pacers shoot for the game that game. 67% for the game. 53 for 79. 13 to 24 for the trade ball. 54%, man. 67% overall, B. Shit. You ain't beat no team that shoots 67%. Now, coming back down 3-2, they win 2 in a row. Who would have thought? They beat the Bucks. They beat the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? Brunson left the game on a swipe down on his left hand with a hand injury. So the Knicks should have closed them out in Game 6. That's on them. We talked about it. So here's the thing. Next for the Pacers, they got the Celtics. That's gonna be a tough series, and I'm gonna give you my pick once I get down to it, though. The Pacers, they're gonna force feed you, running on your ass and all that. Something was crucial that I was listening to, and I tried to think about it as far as the Pacers go defensively, where they sweat you, and then once you get in half court, you kind of able to do what you want to against them, because they kind of like. What they do, they push that ball, we finna outscore y'all ass. I mean, TJ McConnell and all them, Nimhart and all them cats, they got enough. Pascal, motherfucker, Halliburton, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They got enough, man. For real. Miles Turner, they got, you know what I'm saying? They got some cats. The Celtics gonna have some problems, man. Okay? All right. The Knicks. Next for the Knicks, let's talk about them. OG has a player option. OG has a player option. That'll be a nice pickup for... OG would be a really nice pickup for Oklahoma City, man. He'll be a really nice pickup for Oklahoma City, man. Yeah. The Knicks was just down by injuries. That's why they don't need to add nobody. They need to retain OG. OG, we gonna just rip this shit up and give you another contract, right? Because if you take that player option, then that mean he walking. Randall. If he don't take the player option, he walking. But if he's only taking the PO and not signing an extension, he's walking. 2 versus 1, all right? Randall, he's been out since January 27 with a shoulder injury, Julius Randall. Mitchell Robinson, he was out his game with an ankle, shit. Bogdanovich was out the final 9 games with foot and wrist injuries. OG played 5 minutes in the final 5 games with a hamstring injury. Jalen Brunson fractured his left hand in Game 7. Shit, they just got to get healthy. They was balling. But, I mean, that isolation, Jalen Brunson shit, only going to go for so long. We got to be able to have other people that can create and do things and get to the hole themselves, too, like that. But if Tibbs didn't learn anything this year, he wasn't paying attention in the playoffs. If we get everyone back, because they was balling with everybody, right? We get everyone back. Now, if y'all going to say, y'all can't put it on Julius, like, man, we need to just get rid of Julius. We started playing better without Cuz. We got to look at the schedule as well and who y'all was playing. But if you get everyone back and trust the bench more, Julius going to have to change his game, first of all. It ain't your team no more. It's Jalen's team. Get everyone back and then trust the bench more. You're deep enough. And then you can play your style with multiple people. You ain't got to do that 6.5, 7-man rotation. You're a good 9, 10 strong. 10 strong. And then you can play your style with multiple people, Dibs. I don't think grabbing Donovan Mitchell is a great option for them right now. I would not do it. Not after Jalen's breakout season. We don't need another ball-dominant guard to short. We don't need that. We got that. Now, KD, do we push something and throw some draft picks and something out there to Phoenix to get KD? Nah, because New York shouldn't want him for choosing BK first. Are we going to get my man from Brooklyn, Miles Bridges? Is it Miles Bridges? Not Miles Bridges. Forget his name. Other Bridges. We're going to go, Brooklyn going to give us him, then they're going to be decimated. They already look shitty. So we got to see. We got to see what we're going to do. Shout out. And then Celtics Cavs, that series been over last week, shit. This is what I will say. I had the Celtics in 5, no Porzingis in 6. The Celtics 1 in 5. So the Celtics is in their third conference finals in a row, and 6 out of the 8 last years. They got one finals appearance in that shit, man. Right now, they got to win, baby, man. If this shit is if they as good as they look and how we think they are, they got to go ahead and make it happen, man. So we know the Pacers is up for them, all right. And next for the Cavs, the thing is what to do with the roster, right? And all this reportedly Garland and all this other shit, and Mobley really didn't want to be there, and are we gonna trade Jared Allen and all that shit? Y'all need more motherfuckers. Shit, what you mean? Shake up the roster. Y'all need more people to go with who y'all got. Mitchell got 1 year left on his contract, and then what are you gonna ask out this offseason in? Or you gonna say, okay, I'm gonna play out my contract, then we'll see what's happening next year. I ain't signing no extension. Then they're gonna trade him trade deadline. So all this beat what bigger staff and shit, like, man, I don't know what they're gonna do. JB and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They need more. But if they get rid of Donovan Mitchell, they can get more. That's what I do. All right. It's pick time. Western Conference semifinals. Western Conference finals. Eastern Conference finals. Timberwolves, Mavs in the West. I am going to T-Wolves in 6. Eastern Conference finals. I'm going to Celtics in 6 with Porzingis or 7 without Porzingis. All right. I'm going T-Wolves in 6, even though this is hard for me to pick because I really love the Mavericks and what they do. I just think the size is going to be a little bit different. I know they got Likely and my man, damn, what's my man name? It ain't Gandy or something. My man they got from Washington. They got him and that size to go along with Rudy and Cat. But we taking some of them cats out because Cat shoots them trays. So is that going to open up for Ant-Man to get there? It's going to be very interesting. Who holding Ant-Man, first of all? It's going to be very interesting. Jones Jr. got to hold Ant-Man. I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I got T-Wolves in 6 for that reason alone. And we know what Luka going to do. We know what Kyrie going to do. But Ant-Man got to take one of them down there. So, Luka. Eastern Conference semifinals. Pacers, Celtics. The Celtics have everything you need. The Pacers deep as hell. They're going to run them, though. So it's going to come down to Al Horford, and is he going to be able to keep up with Miles Turner in the transition defense share? And if Boston is starting the series without Porzingis, they can't take these cats lightly because they will come in Boston and get a win out of one of them two. All right? Let me know in the comments, y'all, what y'all think. We're rolling on the NBA side. Shit. All right. WNBA news and insights. All right. So we started the season last week. Opening night in the W. We learned that the Golden State name of their team is going to be called the Golden State Valkyries. Will be the team in the Bay. Caitlyn Clark struggled as she should. Everybody thought she was going to come out getting 40. Connecticut won 71 to 50. Clark had 20 points and 10 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. She's going to struggle. It's a different game, man. Las Vegas Aces got their rings and hoist their banner. Now, here's what I don't like. I don't like when teams have their team picks and all this shit, and they had their kids with them and shit like that. Like, I like it. You take the picture, you here. But then what I've seen in the past, if you get an initial, then we're going to move the kids out and just get the team. Or we're going to do the one with the team, and then you do the one with the kids. I just don't want that to be just, I'm self-centered, so I'll make sure my kid in this picture, like, you know what I mean? Make sure we got one with just the team. The Dallas Wings, they had a major comeback and beat the Chicago Sky. And Angel Reese's debut, Enrique, Milwaukee's own, had 25, 14 in the fourth, 7 and 3 steals. She murdered shit. Angel had 12 and 8 in the loss. And she had 11 and 9 in the win Saturday at Dallas, against Dallas. She's averaging 11 and a half and 8 and a half rebounds. Cameron Brink had 7. She's averaging 7 and 5 and 8, 0 and 2. And Rakia Jackson for the Los Angeles Sparks is averaging 10 and 2. All right. So I don't know if I was just talking this shit in my chat, my homie chat group, and they were talking about Well, the Fever talking about they want Iowa coach. No, motherfuckers, y'all niggas on social media talking that shit. They ain't not firing shit. Their team wasn't that good, fam. They had back-to-back drafts where they had the number one pick. What does that mean? Like, for the casual W fan, they are talking shit. Ain't no Iowa coach coming there. Iowa coach can't save shit either, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, if you want to jump to conjecture and jumping out the window, she could have stayed a year at Iowa, but she couldn't because her teammates used up their eligibility and name was gone. So she was going to hit a wall in the W, man. We can't be like we want Caitlyn Clark to just kill everybody. Sabrina Ionescu ain't just killing everybody. Kelsey Plum ain't just killing everybody. Asia Wilson just ain't killing everybody. Rika ain't just killing everybody, man. You got to play the game, right? You playing against the best in the world now. It's a struggle every fucking night, right? And is it safe to say Caitlyn Clark ain't the best player on her team no more? They do got Aaliyah Boston. Is Aaliyah Boston better than Caitlyn Clark? And it's not even about who's the best on the team. It's just a question, right? I wonder is the Caitlyn Clark shit that's going on WNBA is just white people's business. Because I don't think black people care about it like that. We're not the ones that threw the race shit into it. It was black and white with LSU versus Iowa a year ago, but that's white people business. Just like Kenosha and Kyle Rittenhouse shooting. That shit was just white people business too. We sit back and watch. The Las Vegas agents are being investigated for their players signing individual deals with the Las Vegas Tourism Authority. Like, huh? Okay. Each player received $100K, right, for sponsorship. The league's other teams is talking about how this is a recruit employee and not fair to other teams. I call bullshit. I'm tired of these teams in the WNBA, right? They got teams and then wanting to market them, spend the paper on them, invest in them, or have community partners invest in them. Now I want to do shit. It's like they're making their teams a tax write-off and want to take the loss, which most successful business people do. But come on, y'all. There's nothing illegal here. Just groundbreaking, right? And the financial awareness for a tourism destination to know the value these women bring to the city. What the fuck? Value your women in your city. Like, don't be hating, yo. Those Sabrina tools, shoes are fire. Like, we saw what they did this year. Like, a lot of my girls had them. They said a lot of the men's players wear them, boys players wear them and shit, though. They had dope shoes. They remind you of Kobe's. Every low-top Nike now damn near remind you of the Kobe's and shit, right? All right, tonight, well, just tipped off right now, 6 o'clock. Fever still looking for their first win of the season tonight versus Connecticut, who bust their ass last week. Man, I can't wait until the W gets more teams. I'm tired of this shit. They play the same teams too much, like twice in a week, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting smacked around by the same teams all the goddamn time, man. But like I said, man, Caitlyn Clark is learning the league, man. She averaging 17, 40% shooting, 32% from trey ball. 4 rebounds, 6 assists, but she's averaging 7 turnovers as well. Stop trying to force that shit in Aaliyah Boston, man. As great a creator, playmaker Caitlyn Clark is, she's averaging more turnovers than assists. She's averaging 7 turnovers and averaging 6 assists, y'all. Welcome to the W. She has had 20-plus points in 2 or 3 debuts and 6-plus assists and 6-plus rebounds in 2 to 3 debuts. She'll be fine, y'all. To the casuals, just shut up. She's a target. Now she has to not wear her emotions on her sleeve and shit and all that, throwing tiles down and what the fuck ref type shit. And turn cerebral, take them damn Kobe's off and wear your own shit, Caitlyn. Let me know. Yeah. Confidence in the Clutch Day, y'all. Hey. By now we've all seen the Diddy video. Hard to watch. Hard to fucking watch, man. Remember last year when you had the statement when Cassie came out? I didn't do any of that. He paid her quick. Everybody like, damn, why he pay her so quick? Why wouldn't he fight? Why wouldn't this? Because just assume he was guilty. I want to say thoughts and prayers to Cassie, who has to relive the shit right now, seeing herself getting dragged around like that. My thing is, in that situation, did he just let her go? Did she want to go? Why fight her leaving? Like, she was done right then and there. Whatever the fuck was going on, she was done. And now your ass is done because you settled out of court, right? We got video of you doing foul shit. You know what I mean? And I see people getting mad because he can't be charged for the 8-year-old video because statute of limitations are different in different municipalities. That's what people need to realize, man. What work in Milwaukee might not work in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't like the predatory shit, releasing the video, apologizing, saying he was in a dark, bad place. But shit, what did you do to her? You could have killed that girl. You know what I mean? You could have killed that girl. You could have killed that girl, man. Come on, man. So King Combs and Meek, where y'all at now, baby? What y'all saying now, man? What? My nigga Pac said, what Pac said, yo. Puffy getting robbed like a bitch to hide that shit. He says some shit and shouldn't have did, so we riding for that. You know what I'm saying, man? Damn, Puffy. Puffy done though, man. Man, it's always worse when you see that shit, man. Let her go or you leave. You know what I mean? You can defend yourself if she's attacking you and get the fuck up out of there, man. Man. Ooh, just seeing somebody's daughter getting thrown around like that, man. That shit was tough. He done though, man. He's done. All right. I don't know how funny this shit is, but the United States House of Representatives and that verbal abuse that was going on with Marjorie and Jasmine, they both were wrong. When we come in the video, I'm not finna watch C-SPAN and see what the fuck was going on. But when we come in and see like Jasmine was talking a little crazy because they get a little contentious up in there in their committees and asking questions and what the fuck y'all doing, right? But it seemed like to me, Jasmine was talking crazy too. We ain't gonna say nothing because we supposed to be black. We can't call black people out, right? Because we don't have the whole context of the video. But one thing I know, these politicians are actors. So Jasmine talking crazy, and Marjorie like, shit, can you see, motherfucker? She like, what does this pertain to? What does this pertain to? Motherfucker, she said, can you see the motherfucking eyelash? It's funny. It's funny. It's funny because this is what they do. Trump be funny. Now, if I'm on the receiving end of the bullshit, I don't think it's funny. But Trump be saying crazy shit, wild shit. Now, she's a Trumper. But even Trump and them like, yo, man, I think she's a little bit too far gone. But she said what she said. She's a white Christian nationalist motherfucker. They the motherfuckers that believe motherfucking Democrats is eating babies in a pizzeria in the basement in D.C. somewhere. Like, she all the way over there, fam. So to say, talking about the motherfucking eyelashes and AOC, I need to get stricken from the record. You do not talk about people's appearances and, y'all. These the same motherfuckers that do that shit on the floor with being having drinks at the bar, man. It's like the judge, the DA, and the lawyers, you know what I'm saying, and the prosecution team all be at the same restaurants and bars after the case and shit, man. But then we went from Eyelashes versus Butch Body. Bad bitch Butch Body. You're like, damn. Then she made the t-shirt with the 6 B's on there. Man, y'all tripping, fam. Woo, man. Let me know in the comments, man. Let me know, man. Oh, man. All right. On a solemn note, I want to say rise in power to my grandfather, Andrew. Andrew passed away last night. Andrew Nelson passed away last night, 88, Omaha, Nebraska, man. Pray for a peaceful transition, Grandpa. And, man, you can see Grandma again, see all our relatives that have passed through. And just, man, just be there with the receivers on the other side, man. We love you, Grandpa and Grandfather. And, man, just hope it was a peaceful transition, man. We're going to take a moment of silence, y'all. All right, y'all, we back. For my grandfather, salute. Take a sip for him. Confidence in the clutch day to day, baby. Salute. Take another sip from me. Appreciate all the support and love, y'all. We keep on rolling it, though. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to and follow the network on various platforms. Confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com and wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Click that bell for notifications. New content when I drop. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezus, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Little D, Don Rilla, Digger. Host, Confidence in the Clutch podcast with Donald Nelson. A Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. We did our politics shit today, y'all. Have a safe, healthy night, y'all. If you listen during the daytime, create a great day on purpose, man. We about this joint. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.